going to crochet on Mark the bunny. I finished the body yesterday. It's going to look very great and cute, and I hope to finish the paws today, and then I can assemble the pieces and finish him off. I do have to make the tail from acrylic yarn. I have to see if I have some white. I think I have, but I have to check that out. And then it's finished. Project bag. Let's get started. I tried a new camera setup to film over my shoulder, but you will see my hand in front of the work, so it's not what I want. I might have to upgrade it a little bit more when I'm going to use it, or it's still a question if I will use it at all. I mean, this setup is working and over the shoulder is a bit, maybe a combination might be fun, but I am not sure. Yarn under or yarn over? I use both because for designing, not everyone uses yarn under, and when I make toys from other patterns I always use yarn under, which is making your stitches tighter and smooth. Which one do you prefer? Or if you have questions about yarn under or yarn over, leave them and I will try to answer and help you with crocheting. I hope I can start on the granny squares today. We'll see how far I come with Mark the bunny. I also have some magazines where I want to crochet out, but I think I'm too ambitious to choose too many projects at once and then not finishing one of them, so I struggle with too many ideas and then the finishing project will be very late if I just keep making more and more and more and not finishing. So I try to break that habit. I went from 44 to 5 projects, which is also one designing project, so that designing always takes longer than normal crochet. So I'm making a big project when I'm designing, and right now it's taking me 3 months, so, and it's not finished, but yeah, that's one of the projects that isn't. One is the sweater, the granny square sweater. Mark the bunny is one. And I have 3. Which one? A dress. I'm also making a dress. Which one is? Oh, the Christmas tree decoration. That's number 5. So I did a good job in finishing a lot of them in 2024. I did a lot of designing in 2024. I believe I made 5 till 7 designs that I have to write down. That's still a lot of work. But I'm making progress. I finished 5 patterns for testing. So, and 2 patterns are going to be tested. A dragon and a cat. So that's making progress. I also made for Christmas 5 crochet gifts, and I really think I did a good job at that. So I made a shawl, a chessboard, ducks, a duck hat, and I made some more, a pigeon, and a Santa Claus, and I made another one, but I'm not certain which one. Yay, it's correct! I am going to a crochet club, and to see other crocheters. And it's really fun, and I'm probably the youngest, but I don't mind. I see a lot of other people with other crochet projects. It's really fun. My cat was staring at me, wanted attention, but I'm crocheting, so she has to wait. I think I need another ball of yarn of this color. The pattern says that that you might need more yarn than the project says, because she stitches very tight and I think I crochet a bit loose, so I have to use more yarn, even though it's yarn under. It feels like a while that I made a bigger Amigurumi. Designing is I don't count, but a existing Amigurumi pattern, it feels a bit off. I did make some turtles and some smaller projects, but I think I have to get used to that it's taking a bit longer than normal. I know there are very fast crocheters out there. I think I'm medium. I'm medium, maybe slow. Nah, I think I'm in between. Not all projects are going to be fast. And I'm crocheting faster on camera than in real life. I think I still have to get used to talking and crocheting, or that's just how it is. But this isn't my normal speed, I think. No. Because of course you can concentrate only on the toy, and now I have to concentrate a little bit on talking and other stuff. So yeah, that might be the case. I don't have Netflix or a platform like that, and that's why I don't really watch series. I do watch YouTube, so I don't know if other people are watching YouTube while crocheting. I'm also not reading a lot of books. I often read patterns from crocheting. But that's not where other people are reading books for. Most of them, some people want to learn things from books, but I think some people are reading because it's fun, I do not do that. I tried at night before bed, but I do editing at the moment, so I don't really get it all done. So I do have a lot of Amigurumi books or crochet books. And I mean, I think I have a whole shelf, 2 shelves, 3 shelves full, so that I can choose wherever I want to. And there are a lot of free patterns online, so I have a very big library of patterns and crochet and ideas. I have to change color. I use a other method than just a easy color change. You will have a bigger gap when you do an easy color change. I do a more advanced one to get it looking better. I slip stitch all around, stitching around, closing up with a slip stitch, doing another slip stitch, and then I'm doing the counting round with the stitches you need. And you have to look out for not counting the other slip stitches as the closing ones as a stitch, because you won't come out correctly counting. They might think, what are you talking about? Let me know if you want tutorials on some things I talk about. I do have to make a setup for that, and I will do my best to get it as clear as possible. Look, I did slip stitching around, and then you have a gap, the white piece up here, and then you slip stitch in the brown one, and then you make another slip stitch to go up, and then you place the stitch marker and do the counting round. So that will be how I color change, to get it a clean line and neat. And no, it might, if you slip stitch too tight, it might shape the piece wrong, but try not to do it too tight. This does not work if you have a color change in the middle of the pattern. It's only for full rounds. If you go in a point, there's a different color change method for which I used on the head of Mark the Bunny, and that's something I do not know how to explain, and there is a video online about it, but it is not working for certain projects. So it's the principle that's working, but you need to figure out how to implement it when you're working on a project, which makes it more difficult to explain. I might do a tutorial on that, but right now I do not know how to make that clear to other people, because I am trying to get it clear to myself first. So I am not giving you information that doesn't make it right. And this method works only when you use yarn under. I don't think it's working on yarn over. I haven't tested that out. Color change is even, or most even, but you can't see because of the stitch marker, but it's beautiful. Some projects that are going to be split up, and I do other projects in between because they are too big to go in one whole time, and I will burn out on some projects if I do that every single day for like 3 months. No, that's burning me out. Color change will take some extra time if you want to do it right. If you just place the new yarn underneath the other yarn, it will go way faster, but you will have a less beautiful result, I believe. But it's what you want, so. This was my first Amigurumi project, Monster of Loch Ness. Is that how it's called in English? It's a monster and it lives in a lake, and I made that as first Amigurumi, not my first crochet project. Because if I had to do that right from the start, it wouldn't turn out like it turned out. And because my first crochet piece was a granny square. It was a square, but it was going like a triangle and it was a mess. It was really struggling in the beginning, but when you get the hang of it, it goes way better, and it's crochet and yarn. So you will have some struggles along the way, and yeah, it's really fun sometimes. It's struggling, but it's worth it. To concentrate on the work, and then I will show you the finished paw, and then I'm going to take a break and we'll see after that if I am able to crochet another piece. Finished the paw, and I'm going to do the embroidery later on when I finish the other one. I'm going to do that off camera, and I will update in the next video how far we have come. So bye.